One second, guys. Okay.
Hello.
So let's
Yeah.
start. Hello.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, all good.
Let me search where I kept accounting books. Okay. Uh, I'll start with the basics of accounting. Okay, but whenever you get time, you try to get any accounting book which is for your intermediate students, plus two students.
Okay.
Okay, but you are looking to more learn into FSO, you are planning to write the certification.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll suggest get any intermediate students book so that it will help you a lot to understand more in detail, because
Okay.
there more and more examples will be there. So it will be good, because if you want to really want to be FICO considered completely, you want to write the certification, so you have to have a very strong accounting knowledge. If
Okay.
without accounting knowledge, it will be highly impossible to become a good FICO consultant.
Okay. And is
Okay.
there some book that you suggest?
Uh, as of now, what are the books I have? Those are very like CIMA level, all this level, that level. I will not suggest any. Go to the bookstore, any intermediate book with lots of example.
Okay.
Okay, that is what I can suggest. As of now, I cannot send you specific book name, but any book you just ask that any accounting book with a lots of example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that will help you a lot.
Okay.
First, let us understand the accounting flow. Okay. First, your business transaction takes place. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Business transaction in the sense the transaction. Let's say I'm purchasing a product. Okay. Or I'm paying a salary. So first, the business transaction takes place. Once the business transaction takes place, after that, that is recorded in your journal. Okay, I'm not talking about in SAP terminology, in general accounting flow, how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then your journal takes place. Your how your entries are done, how the business transactions are recorded. For the business transaction, then this in the journal entry, business transaction is recorded. Okay, after business transaction is recorded, next is your creating general ledger and posting respective accounts. Okay, from the journal entry, okay, based upon the number of journal entry, based upon the GL accounts we have used, we create a general ledger, and in the general ledger we post the entries. After the entries, then we prepare trial and balance. Taking the balances from the general ledger, we prepare trial balance. From the trial balance, your P&L account, and at last your balance sheet. P&L account is your profit and loss account, and your balance sheet.
What's with the trial balance? If you could tell that again.
Okay. trial balance where we, from the general ledger, we take the balances.
Okay.
Balances of GL account will be updated in your trial balance.
Okay.
What are the balance? Whether it is a debit is more, credit is more. Based upon that, your trial balance will be okay.
Okay.
Now, so in your accounting, in your SAP system, okay, if you update, if you post the entry in journal, so automatically everywhere it will be updated. We did not to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But earlier when you used to record manually in the books before the system, so each place these transactions are recorded. Okay, so we need to get an overview of these 5 things. Okay, then only you will be able to understand whether it is how the accounting thing. So this is the basic thing which we need to understand. Okay, whole accounting is based on the golden rules. Okay, golden rules are based upon 3 accounts. One is your real accounts, nominal accounts, personal accounts. Real account, we debit all the product what comes in. We credit all the things what goes out. Nominal, we debit all the expenses
And losses.
and losses. And credit all gains and income. Personal, debit the receiver, credit the. Okay, this is your complete accounting is based upon this golden rule, and this is standard throughout the world.
Okay.
Everywhere in the world it is standard. Here in India, US, wherever you go, it will be the standard.
Yeah.
It
So,
will not be.
okay, with the golden rules, if you come from the personal account, so debit the receiver, it's because he's receiving some goods, and but however he's going to pay some amount to the creditor, so that's why he's a debitor, because his
Correct.
account is getting debited.
Correct.
Yeah, and with the nominal, it's with the expenses and losses. It's all again the money is going out, so it's the expenses and the losses, of course. So I
Correct.
got that. With the real account, however, when you say what comes in, so so they all have to be in the same line, isn't it? So when you say what comes in, can you explain that?
Yeah, I'll give you each example. Okay,
Okay.
I'll give you. Okay, I still have not gone to that. I will
Okay.
give you.
Okay.
Now let's say first example, take salary page. Okay. Now here salary page for rupees 10,000 via cash. Here I paid the salary. So salary is a what account?
Salary is a credit.
Real, no, real, nominal or personally? Which account?
Okay, salary will be a personal account
Why?
because it is the personal account of the person.
Okay. always think from the company perspective, not the individual perspective.
Okay. So
From
then,
company perspective, because you are recording the transaction for company perspective. For
yes,
example, when I'm doing any business, I'm not recording transaction for the
person. Correct.
employees. You are recording for the business.
Correct.
Okay. So what will be the transaction from company perspective?
That'll be the nominal account expenses.
Why it is a nominal account?
Because that is an expense for the company, for
Correct.
me. Yeah.
So salary account is debited.
Okay.
Now, so what is, so I'm paying via cash, correct?
Yeah.
So what account it will be, real, nominal or personal?
I'll be paying to, is it?
Correct, I'm paying, salary paid. So company has paid the salary.
Yes.
So not always think from the perspective of company. So company has paid the salary. So what will be the entry?
It's a debit entry for the company and credit for the,
Why? Why it is debit? And always remember, in one entry, there should be a equal amount of debit and credit. You
yes.
cannot have two debit only. You cannot have two credit, or you have one debit and credit amount is different. That is incorrect. Always there will be one debit, one credit, or there will be multiple debit, multiple credit, but total amount should be same.
Okay.
Okay, that's why we keep it call it as a double entry bookkeeping.
Okay.
Two entries always be posted. One entry never be posted, and the amount, total amount of debit, total amount of credit must be same.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be different.
Mm-hmm.
So now one entry is done with the salary is debited. So now another entry has to be a credit.
The personal account of the individual.
Okay. Now, for example, from company's perspective, I'm giving a salary. Okay. I'm not writing that person GL account.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Correct.
I'm writing from my company perspective.
Yes.
Now, salary account is my account. Now, what is going out here?
The money, salary.
Correct.
Yes.
So, what is going out? Your cash is going out.
Yes.
Correct. So, what is the real rule? What
Uh,
is the real rule?
what comes in is debit actually.
Okay. Then,
That's
what is the credit rule?
credit is what goes out actually.
So, what is going out here?
Going out should have been cash is actually going out.
So, to cash account.
Okay.
Because from the company perspective, don't think of employee perspective.
Okay.
Think always from the company perspective. So company's perspective, cash is going out. Clear on this?
Yes. We do not consider the individual's account, so we call it as a cash
No.
account.
Yeah. Where the individual account will come, I'll give you that example also.
Okay.
What will be the entry?
Mobile bill paid via bank.
Hmm.
So this will be the individual account, uh, personal account.
Company's mobile bill, it is paid.
Okay.
For the company, I'm using the mobile bill. For them, I paid. So why it is a individual account? It is not from
Okay.
anyone for the employee or anything. It is company has, for the company use purpose, you have a mobile. which is mobile bill.
Okay, so it's the other way.
Nowhere it is mentioned it is personal. Yes.
Okay, okay.
So always no personal transaction will be recorded.
Okay.
Always your
For the
company's
company.
business transaction will be recorded.
Okay. So
So what will be the entry?
paid via. So it's a credit coming in. It's a credit actually happening. So it is
No,
all gains, income. So it's a nominal account that is.
no.
No?
Why it is gain? Why it is gain?
Oh, it's for the service. Okay. They have provided a service and they are getting paid for the service.
No, I did not say that we have received it. We are paying it. Correct?
Yeah, I'm receiving for the service paid. The company is receiving this amount of 15,000.
No,
Huh?
if I am receiving, I will say mobile bill received. But here mobile bill paid.
Okay. So how can a company pay a mobile bill?
Why not?
Okay.
Why cannot you, for example, you are using companies in, let's say you are using
Okay.
company mobile bill.
Okay.
So you are using it, but for the company uses.
Okay. Okay. So,
So
okay. Let us
on
take
your behalf, company will pay, right?
it. So it is again an expense for the
Correct.
company.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, don't feel bad that I'm
No,
like
no,
asking too many questions.
no, no.
Okay,
It's good. It's
that's
good.
how you have to be learn.
No, that's how I learn. So,
Okay,
so
so I
that's
know
all right.
it is very common. So whenever, because accounting is something like you have never learned, so it will be couple of classes you will find little difficulties. After that you will get habit. So
Yeah,
you are
that's
learning for the first time, so it will be little difficult. Don't feel bad. Okay, I'm stopping you everywhere. So that's
yeah.
how I train. I don't answer. I only question. You
No,
have to think and answer.
yeah, that's good. That's all right with me.
Okay. Yeah. Now answer. Okay.
Yeah, so it is an expense for the company.
Correct.
So the DR is so it's a nominal account
Correct.
and it is going to the bank account.
Correct.
So it goes out. So I can say it's a credit to the. Um,
First, what is mobile bill? What account it is?
mobile
Mobile bill is a
debit
mobile bill is a yes. Why it is debit?
because it's an expense.
Correct. So if one account is debit, so definitely another account will be
Credit, so
credit.
bank account. Okay.
So bank account will be credit because my money is going out.
Okay,
Okay?
via bank. So bank account, the money
Yes.
goes out from the bank account.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, rent paid via cash for 12,000. Now
So
what will be the entry?
yeah, so it's rent paid via. So it's expense. So it's a debit.
Correct?
Rent is a debit, and via cash account. So cash account will be credited. Like it's going out from the cash account.
Correct. Okay.
Okay.
Now, commission paid via bank 3,000 and via cash 4,000. Okay. So now tell me what is the entry. So I paid the commission, but via bank I paid 3,000. Partially I paid from the bank,
Yeah.
partially I paid from the cash.
Yeah. So the commission is again an expense account with a total of
Very
7,000.
good.
And
Very good.
there are two entries. One is to the bank account credit,
Mm-hmm.
which goes out, and again another cash
Correct.
account is 4,000.
Okay. Now, let's say interest received via bank 9,000. What will that?
So this interest is received.
Hmm.
So it's a credit there. Bank account will be
Mm-hmm.
a debit. Will be debited
Good. Very good. Why bank account is debited?
because it's he has to pay the interest that comes in.
Always think what
Okay.
comes in. Okay.
Okay.
Cash is real. So cash, money, all the goods, all are real, which you can touch it.
Okay.
Correct? My goods, product,
Hmm.
those are real because I can touch those products. Those are really
Okay.
going in, coming in.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why always think why it is debit. Okay, it's real. What comes in, it is a debit. So bank account is debited. So which account will be credited and why
The interest,
interest?
the personal
Why
account.
it is credited? Interest
What
received. I
goes
have
out?
not mentioned
Yeah.
any person's name.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay, so this is not a personal account.
Okay.
Okay, so income is a what type of account?
It must be a real account. No.
Why? Can you see the interest? Can you touch the interest?
Okay. Nominal account, I think.
Yes. All incomes and
Gains.
gains.
Okay.
Okay. So to interest. Okay. Now let's say commission receipt via cash for 8,500. So what will be the entry?
The cash is debited of 8,500
Good.
and commission is credited. So it comes in into
Cash is debited.
the cash account.
Commission receipt. Okay. So nominal and real account, you are not comfortable, right?
Yes, yes.
What are the transaction comes in nominal?
Uh,
Now let's look to personal account. Goods sold for rupees 6,000 to Ram and okay on credit. Okay, let's say via cash on credit later we'll see and received money via cash. Goods sold for rupees 6,000 to Mr. Ram and received money via cash.
yeah, so Ram's account will be debited from with the cash. He will receive the
Hmm.
goods. The goods account will be
Hmm.
credited, but I think the amount will be debited and
Hmm.
cash account will be credited.
Cash account is credited. So I sold the goods, correct?
Yeah.
So my cash is coming in. So what comes in should be a debit, correct?
Yes. But that's for the goods.
Think. So my goods is going out,
Yes.
cash is coming in, RAM account is also there. Then how to post entry?
Okay, so there are three entries. One is the goods account, I think.
But always it will be a, so if I give three entry, then debit
Not
or
double.
credit will be more.
Yeah.
But it should always remember debit should be equal to credit. That
Yes.
must be followed. If
Okay.
it's not debit equal to credit in a one transaction, that means that is incorrect transaction.
Okay. So,
Now I'll give you one example. You went to a store, okay? Now you paid cash and got the products. Does the store members require, it is required for the store member to remember you
no.
because you already paid via cash.
Yes.
If you have taken the credit, then yes,
Yeah.
he has to remember you because in the future you are going to pay. Correct?
Yes.
Here, similarly, he is paying the cash. So it is not necessary for me to remember the RAM.
Okay.
So cash is coming in. So cash account
Credit.
is debit. What comes in debit
Okay. Okay.
is debited. My goods are going out. So both are here real. What comes in, what goes out.
Okay.
Even though the RAM account is there, but still it is not required for me to remember RAM for this transaction because whatever the goods he is taking, he is making the payment.
Okay.
So my goods are going out, it is credited, cash is coming in, it is. Any doubt on this?
No. Because it
Okay,
is coming in, so it is a debit, and so the other account is the
correct.
goods account, so it gets credited.
My finished product is going out, so it is a.
But isn't it a very different terminology when you say a debit? It is generally the cash that goes out, isn't it? It's a debit.
Debit what comes in.
Yeah. It okay. So that's the basics.
So yes, that's always relate to golden rule.
Okay.
Now goods purchased for 9,000 from Sham and paid via bank.
Okay, fine.
So what is coming in?
Yeah, just a moment. Bank account is credit, and goods account is debit.
Bank account. Always first we have to say the
DR.
debit entry.
Okay,
Goods
for goods.
account is debit
Okay,
and bank account is
credit.
credit. Why?
The goods are coming in,
Correct?
so it is a debit, and credit because the cash account is going out via bank.
Absolutely correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Goods sold to Mr. Ram on credit. What will
Credit. Is there something called as a credit account, which will be
okay?
goods are sold, so it is a credit. And the credit
Goods
account,
are sold. Goods are sold. So my goods is going out. So
yes, it's a credit.
my goods account is credit.
Yeah. So the
Okay,
credit,
correct.
yeah. So the credit
Which account
account,
will be debit?
the credit account, um,
Credit account will be debit.
debit.
Okay. If I write credit account debit to goods account, now how I will know to whom I have given the credit?
Okay, the RAM. Okay.
So I have to write the RAM.
Okay. Yeah.
Because he has
Just
taken
to
the
pay it back.
goods.
Yeah.
He has to pay me back. So my goods is going out. What goes out? Credit. Ram is receiving the money. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. I have written the reverse. Yeah, debit the receiver, credit the giver. So Ram is receiving the good. Correct?
Yes.
Ram is receiving the good. So his account is debit.
Okay. So that's the,
Why will not credit account? If I write credit account, I don't know to whom I have given the credit.
person.
In the
Yeah. Yeah.
future, I have to remember, right, that I
Yes.
have given the. Similarly, goods
So the RAM account, just
purchased.
so sorry to interrupt. So the RAM account will be the
RAM account.
personal account, isn't it?
Yes, here it is. RAM account is a personal
Okay. The receiver.
debit the. So he is receiving the good.
Okay.
Goods purchased from Sham for 7,000 on credit.
So it's Sham's account and the goods account, and
What is coming in?
from Sham. So goods account is debited,
Correct.
and the Sham
Why
account
it is debited? Why it is debited?
because it is coming in. The goods are coming in.
So it is a real account. What comes in?
Yes,
Okay.
from the Sham account.
So to Sham account, why it is Sham account credit?
It's on credit, so we need to pay him back.
Mhm. So fine, it is credit, but why? Why Sham account?
It's personal. Okay.
Credit the
Credit receipt.
giver. He is giving the product.
Yes.
That's why credit the giver.
Yeah.
Debit the receiver, credit. Sham is here giving me product. Correct?
Yes.
So he is the giver. So as per the personal rule, credit account should be, giver should be debit.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now received money from Ram, 9,000. So earlier I did the credit sale. Okay. Now he has paid me the money. So what will the entry?
Money from Ram. Ram is the. Wait just a minute.
Ram is a personal account. So personal
The
account, what
giver.
is the rule?
The giver, yeah. Ram is a
So Ram,
creditor.
so Ram account will be
Credit.
correct. Okay. So what is coming in?
Cash account. I think.
Yes. So what is the rule for cash? That is a real account.
That comes in.
So by doing this entry, what I'm doing now, earlier Ram account got a debit. Later when I received the money, I got a credit.
Okay.
Correct?
That matches.
So the balance is 0. That means I did not to receive anything from him.
Okay.
If in this example, let's say he has given me only 6,000 rupees. Okay. So Ram account will be deducted only with, earlier I have debit of 9,000. Now I will get a credit, I'll give a credit of 6,000. That means still he is to make a payment of 3,000.
Hmm.
So in the future there will be another entry. Whenever he makes the money, received money from Ram for 3,000. Then again the same entry will be posted with a different amount.
3,000.
So
Yes, to
earlier
receive.
it got one debit of 3,000 and two times it got it, one 6,000, one 3,000. So total is 9,000 and it is 0.
Okay. So these will have a unique identification or something so that it will get cancelled out, balanced later. Unique
See,
word, I think.
normally in the SAP we need not to do anything, identification. Okay. So it clears automatically
Mm-hmm.
or manually also it can clear. So whenever I'm creating a, this is called your sales, credit sales invoice.
Yes.
Okay. I'm doing a credit sales. So for this credit sale invoice, one document will be generated in SAP.
Yes.
Against the same document, we have to deduct 6,000 once, 3,000 once because it is related to the credit invoice number 9001. I'm just giving one example, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I'm creating credit sale system in the SAP system, there will be one credit sales invoice.
Mm-hmm.
And against to that sales invoice, we need to clear the amount we have received in return.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Similarly, let's say goods purchased on credit from Mr. X for 8,500. What will be that?
So the goods account will be a debit, and
Why it is debit?
goods are coming in. It's a real account,
Absolutely correct. Goods are coming in.
and Mr. X is a personal account. That's
So
taken.
Mr. X account will be credited because credit is the okay. Next,
Also here
paid.
it is just a moment.
Mhm.
Purchase on credit, so the cash actually doesn't flow there, so it's on a credit.
Yes,
So for which
yes.
again there'll be
So no cash
another,
account.
yeah. So there'll be
Yes,
another.
in the future,
Uh,
entry in the future to
okay,
clear the credit. So paid Mr.
okay.
X 8,500 via bank. So what will be that payment?
Mr. X, given. Okay.
What is going out?
Uh, via bank. So bank is
So
the credit, and here is a debit.
mm, bank is a nominal account or real account.
Bank will
Yeah, real
be
account.
the or
So bank account is, who is the receiver?
Mr.
Mr. X
X.
is the receiver.
Yeah,
So Mr. X is,
personal
so Mr. X account will be debited,
debited.
correct?
Yes,
He is the receiving the money.
yes.
My cash is going out via bank. So bank account is credited.
So the bank account will be a real account or a
Credit.
nominal? What kind of?
Always real account. You can see, correct? You
Okay.
can touch the bank account, real.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So any kind of product like which you can see, that is your real.
Okay.
Okay. So these are like journal, few journal entries I have. Now, is it possible for you to get that book today?
Yeah, I will try to get that today. So
Yeah.
is there
Try to
some?
get it
Yeah.
and look first journal entries before journal. Okay, some concepts will be there, but convention or some concept exceptions or my rules are there.
Okay.
That if you get a time, rule read it, but try to see more and more. There will be lots of ask them with lots of examples.
Okay.
Okay, try to see more and more examples where you can find like journals
Okay.
like this.
Fine. Uh,
Okay,
and you just want me to focus on these three golden rules, and
yes,
that's it for today.
journal, journal entries.
Journal entries. Okay.
Okay, so step by step we'll go. Like
Yeah.
couple of section, I'll just no more than couple of section. I'll take only these steps.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so because after these two, one session will look on general ledgers and trial balance. One session will look on profit and loss account and balance sheet.
Okay.
But after that, you have to be use that book and practice a lot to get the perfection.
Okay.
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 Otherwise, it will be really difficult for you to get the perfection. What? See, I'm trying to give you all the like basics. Okay. With that basics, you have to go deeper and deeper.
Okay.
Okay. You want to be a good FICO consultant, accounts are mandatory. When you go for any interview also, 30% of question comes from your accounts,
Okay.
general accounts.
Okay.
They will ask, for example, you are doing an entry, FIMM integration, FIT integration.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever a sales invoice is created, purchase invoice is created, whenever posting is done, what GL accounts are updated.
Okay.
Now people do ask me why. Why they do ask? See, the the output of FICO
Mm-hmm.
is the main purpose is to correct GL account are updated. You you have to make sure that you are distributing your GL accounts properly based upon your profit and loss account or balance sheet. So you
Yes.
have to understand whether it should be a profit and loss account or whether it should be a balance sheet account.
Hmm.
Second thing, whenever I'm doing an entry, okay, whether it should update a profit and loss account or balance sheet account, when it should get a debit, when it should get a credit.
Hmm.
So that is very. So
Okay.
journal is a basic. Without understanding the journal, from the journal is from your general ledger is created. From the general ledger, trial balance is created. From the trial balance, your profit and loss account balance is created. If your journal entries are incorrect, everything is incorrect.
Okay.
So that's why I started with a very basic, that is your journal.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah.
I'll give you my email ID.
Yeah.
You just send me a test mail. I'll send you this document.
Okay.
Okay. So where do you put up, Anisa?
I'm currently in Bangalore.
Oh, you're from Bangalore. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So which part of Bangalore you stay?
I'm actually working here, so I'm basically from Mangalore, Mangalore, the coastal region. Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah. Where in Bangalore?
currently I'm at Electronic City.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And where
I
is
stay in
this?
JP Nagar.
JP Nagar. Okay, okay, okay.
I stay. Institute is in J Nagar.
Okay,
So near to your, what is that flyover? After Silk Border, hospital is there. I forgot that.
anyways, but then I know
Near to
Jayanagar
Central.
and JP Nagar.
Yeah, so
Oh,
near to Central J Nagar.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, the mall there.
Near to that.
Okay,
Yeah, Central Mall is there. Prior, before that is one left turn, so that there it is.
okay. So you're taking
Jayadra
this.
flyover
Okay,
after the
okay,
Jayadra flyover.
okay. I've been there. I've been to Jayanagar and JP Nagar also. Okay. Okay, lovely. So I think if I get the book and keep working, on
Yes, it
late.
takes a little time because it is something like new for you, so you have to practice more and more.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so once you get a maybe see coming 3 days, so tomorrow also will concentrate. It's Saturday Sunday if you are free, I can spend some time on Saturday Sunday also.
Yes,
This
sir.
Saturday Sunday I'm not completely free.
Yeah.
Then you uh, this Saturday Sunday you do more and more exercise
Yeah.
that on that book.
Yeah.
From Monday onwards, probably we'll start the basics of like what is SAP, what is
Yes.
RYP,
Yes. So
you
I will
know
bring
what
that.
is transport request, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What is transport request? What is client?
Yes.
You have an idea of right, like
Yes.
development quality. So I'll directly start with you with the FICO. I'll give you an overview of what is FI, what is CO.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
then I will start from the enterprise structure.
Okay. And also, my next assignment is on a record to report module. They call it record to report. So it is nothing but, is it very specific to
Okay.
a domain or something, or what exactly is record to report?
Record to report, what exactly? I see. Every company, this SAP differs. Okay. So when
Okay.
you say record to report, you have to give me more in detail.
Okay.
Okay, whether it is what kind of report the record, whether it is account receivable, account stable,
Okay. Currently, I do
bit
not
more.
have a lot of information on that. So probably as I get to know, I'll let you know. Yeah. So,
Definitely.
yeah, and I
So you,
think
you said that you have worked on FICA, right?
yes, I worked in FICA for my earlier assignment, and
Okay.
that was more of it is only about the outgoing payments. So
Mm-hmm.
so I have seen
Okay.
such,
So
yes, yeah. It was more of
APP,
yeah.
automatic payment program.
Yes, it was more of billing and invoicing, and then we
Yeah.
pay through a third party system, and then we do the reconciliation. So it was more on that,
Mm-hmm.
only outgoing
Yeah, you might have
payments.
used like F110 more,
Yes,
F110T code.
yes, it was a PSCD, so it's a new module itself, isn't it? SAP PSCD, Public Sector Collection and Disbursement. So it had
Okay.
its own
Public sector, SAP PS.
PSCD, yeah,
Okay.
Public Sector Collection
Yeah.
and Disbursement. So it had its own P codes. So
Okay.
yeah, so,
Mm-hmm,
so
mm-hmm,
that's how it
mm-hmm.
was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you get any training on that, or directly they put you in?
They just put us directly into that. We did get an overview on that, but I learned on the job. So yeah, that's how it is. But then
If
this.
you have any document, just send me. I have never worked on that particular public sector.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I will. I will. Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, if you have anything, you just.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a brand
And
new module. Yeah.
yeah, that's the thing. Something I'm like I have never worked on it.
Okay,
Something I
okay.
like. I have pinged you my email ID. You
Yes,
send
I've
me a
got that.
text mail.
Yes,
I'll send you this document. Okay.
yes,
Then I will meet tomorrow again, and
yes,
we'll look how this general ledger and trial balance is done.
yes.
So
Okay.
then
Yeah,
Saturday, Sunday, you talk and all that.
yeah. Sure, sure. Okay. Yeah. Thank you
Right?
so much. Yeah. Bye.
And take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Tomorrow at the same time we'll meet. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Murli, are you there? You can log off. No worries.
Yes. Okay. I'll